Now the plan wasn't really to make 2 videos today, but good lord, I have seen the most hilarious thing on social media I've seen probably all year. And I'm going to give you the background. So last year or the year before, Microsoft managed to convince their most loyal followers, religious followers or whatever, that sales don't matter, and they were talking about Xbox Live fan engagement. They're not going to bother with the whole sales metrics anymore. They're not in competition with the PlayStation 4, just growing the brand really. And Microsoft have won 2 NPDs in a row. They didn't win 3 NPDs because the 3DS won the July's NPD in terms of hardware sales, but certainly they beat PS4 sales in North America over the past 3 consecutive months. Now what's funny is I'll tell you what's funny. Microsoft have a series of adverts running in the UK and more importantly in North America, new commercials. Xbox One S, the best selling console in America commercials, with a slightly different UK advertising strategy because they're not the best selling at all over the... We don't have an NPD here is what I'm trying to say, so there's been no sales, smashing of sales over the last few months over in the UK, where I am. But anyway, the story's on DualShockers.com, and basically, I'll read it to you verbatim. So the title is "The New Xbox One S Gets the Best Selling Console in America Commercial," slightly different in the UK. The Xbox One has been outselling the PS4 in the NPD rankings for a few months now. And Microsoft came out with a quite aggressive commercial titled "Xbox One, the Best Selling Console in America." Now the commercial that is readily available on the internet now boasts new features of the Xbox One S and mentions that it's the only console where you can play nearly 1,000 games and over 100 exclusives on the fastest, more reliable gaming network. End of quote. Interestingly, the version of the trailer for the UK is a bit different. The title doesn't make mention of sales, it's just narrated by a pleasant female voice, skips the only console, and talks of nearly 1,000 console and PC exclusives instead of just exclusives. That's possibly because UK laws are a lot stricter on what you can and can't say in advertising. Woohoo! So basically, Microsoft are overreaching again, people. You know, this is, and you can say that Sony became cocky with the PS4 sales, and maybe that's a fair argument to be had. But Microsoft just don't learn, do they? I mean, they've only had a few NPD wins in terms of the PS4 at least, and they could not wait to jump to the chance to run a series of commercials portraying the Xbox One S as the #1 selling console in North America. That's just hilarious. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't laugh. I should be taking this very seriously. I'll take it seriously. Well, sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. But the thing is now, if you check this out, how many NPDs has the Xbox One actually won over the last 3 years? About 6 or 7 at best. Now, Sony could have gone full, retard. Sorry, I hate using that word, I apologize. But Sony could have really become overzealous of themselves and started advertising that PS4 is the best selling console in America, as soon as it started beating Xbox One numbers, which it didn't. It took a long while for that to happen, but Microsoft has seemingly jumped the gun because, PS4 Pro lands in just weeks from now, and that's surely going to kill Microsoft's chances of ever winning another NPD again. And PlayStation VR has just launched, which we can count as hardware. If you can count the 3DS as hardware, surely you can count the PlayStation VR as hardware. That's going to sell very, very well. I mean, it already is. Sony have to restock the bugger. They've run out of units, so they've ramped up production on PlayStation VR because so many people want the thing. But yeah, it's a new phenomenon, and hopefully it continues to sell. But the point in fact is, we're just in October. Come November, we're going to have PSVR sales wiping the floor with Xbox One S sales. And come December, you're going to be hearing about the MPD for November, where no doubt PlayStation 4 Pro is going to dominate. So this was kind of Microsoft overreaching again, jumping the gun. It's actually laughable and quite desperate on their part. I mean, the PS4 has really knocked Microsoft's confidence, particularly in the Xbox division, because, you know, just a couple of wins and they're jumping up and down like, you know, I don't know, SpongeBob SquarePants. But I just don't get it. I really don't get it. They should have waited at least until January or maybe the end of December to start running those ads. But they're, you know, as you say, you've got to take every win that you can, and you know, they need to sell systems. So, you know, I can't blame them from a business point of view. It's just, as a long-term gamer, and no doubt you guys and girls as well, you know, that you're involved in this whole gaming scene, you must see this as a really hilarious. I don't know what more to say. I mean, it goes to show that for all this time we've had Xbox superfans claiming that Sony was scared of the PlayStation, Sony was scared of the Xbox Scorpio, hence why they've rushed PS4 Pro to market. But sadly, they are wrong, because it was never rushed to market. It was actually in the works long before the Xbox Scorpio, which is why that's still a year out. But you know, it turns out really that with all the lies about PS4 Pro overheating, it actually turns out that it's actually the Xbox fans that are afraid of the PS4 Pro. Who knew? Who knew? Now, when I say Xbox fans, I mean the super fans. Every regular Xbox gamer is absolutely fine by me. I've got nothing against you guys. It's just those overzealous, wacky, sometimes out of sync, insane, lying, full of misinformation, willfully spreading rumors and, you know, just lies about anything PlayStation. It's a damn disgrace really that the community is in such a state, or we have this vocal minority seemingly becoming the spokesperson for all Xbox fans, which is sad. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. But just the link is in the description, jewelshockers.com. I'll leave the link regarding the Xbox One S being the most popular console in America. Alright, laters.